So, let the party begin. Yeah. So, welcome to 2025. I hope you partied hard and started the year well. Pretty much you fight as lizards, cats, dogs. I think I saw a reindeer. I saw a panda. There might be more. There's a lot of options. I don't think the game started with that many. I could be totally wrong on that, but uh, anyways, there's like dog, sheep, farm, other exotic animals. It's in the 3D arena, so Power Stone. It's kind of like Power Stone, but with like drunk animals. And it's a cutesy party game where your chosen animal brawls against other silly cutesy animals that seem to be drunk. So, very nicely rendered cartoonish graphics. I would say this is like in the upper tier of graphics on Steam. So it puts it in like the top 10, 20%, let's say. Yeah, it's hands down some of the best shading I've ever seen for a party game. And the music and sound is super lighthearted, silly to get you bopping. So, on those cylinders, it's hitting them. It's doing a good job. It's really Gang Beasts. I was like, I played something like this because it's been a while since Gang Beasts. And then there's other games that have come before. And this is like a cutesier version that's more suitable for your kids or, your kids or your friends or like people, your neighbors, everyone pretty much. And so the intentionally wobbly controls adds a strategic element. It's kind of annoying at first to attacking the other furries. Or you could get on the tracks and there's a racing mode, which is kind of like Mario Kart. Some people are saying, oh, this is the closest thing we got to Mario Kart on PC. I'm like, yeah, it looks good compared to the 2D pixelated racers out there. I've forgotten the names, but definitely review them, is what I meant to say. So that's in a different mode. Then there was a third mode, I don't remember what it was, but the primary mode is definitely, the party animals beat the stuffing out of other people. So the physics engine is quite realistic. There are items like bats and moves you can do like throws. I just mostly just wobbled around and sort of did the drunk punches. So as much fun as to play in the arena on your own and online against other players, it would be more fun to play against other friends, obviously. So there's a local online play. I would say this is one of the best family-friendly games to play to date, maybe even on Steam. I wouldn't say it's going to compete against Smash Brothers, but it's a decent substitute, similar but in 3D. So the maps are varied and look nice. I think I only saw like a dozen or less, but I mean that's okay. That's still pretty darn good. I just find the game gets really old. That's the major con. The moves are quite limited. Punches, weapons, throws. I tried to pick up some weapons and it seemed to be kind of hard to do that. I just found it just got repetitive and boring, like especially if I was playing on my own. A lot of these party games you really need your friends, that extra zing. Otherwise, if that zing is not there, you're not zinging. So yeah, so even with friends I can see it being boring after a few hours. Even Smash Brothers I felt got boring after a while because it's sort of, especially if you take away items. I'm that crowd. Anyways, there's a heavy RNG that determines whether your character will survive a hit. I know sometimes I would be knocked out with a single punch, and other times I'd take 3 to 5 hits. So go figure, that's how the game works. Or you get thrown off, and then the stage, and then you survive somehow. The game lets you survive. So there's no consistency in knockouts, which is my biggest criticism. You could take one hit or you could take many hits. So the carts are very unbalanced in the racing mode. Some carts are clearly faster than the rest. As far as I know, in the primary beat 'em up, sort of 3D beat 'em up stage, they all seem to be balanced, but you can't tell if it's random rings, so I guess that's balanced-ish, maybe. So anyways, the game goes for $26.99 regular edition. If you add the deluxe, which I think gives you extra characters and maybe stages, it's another $13.99. It feels like a fair price for the game you're getting. As I said, it's very polished, music polished, graphics polished. It'll last you a few hours of gameplay for $26. Can't really complain. If you want a fun party game, like I said, kind of like Smash Brothers, but 3D is kind of like Power Stone. I didn't see upgrades like Power Stone back in the day, that far back. And you've played a lot of Boomerang Fu. honestly, like between this and Boomerang Fu, do play differently. I would definitely go with Boomerang Fu. But if you need something kind of like Boomerang Fu that's in 3D, Boomerang Fu I think is more like a stationary camera. I would go with this as well, if you like that. Boomerang Fu. So try Party Animals, and it might be provide the silliness and cuteness that you're seeking. Maybe you can get people to play video games that don't normally play video games. Hey, if they play Pokemon Go, they might play this, you know? Some games just work well with everyone, like Mario Kart. So, anyways, I wouldn't say it's a classic, but it's a solid 7.5 in your gaming Steam library. That would be in better in small doses. I wouldn't see it being amazing in extended plays, but it'll still be a fun game, and you can play it with friends and family and neighbors alike. So I would say let the fur keep flying and just keep on gaming, okay? Keep on gaming. Ciao. Bye.